Okay, okay. Let's try this one more time, baby. Let's try this one more time. Whew. Alright. We live in living color. Okay, so what do we talk about, guys? What do we talk about? Actually, I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about more comic book stuff. However, more precisely Marvel, and more precisely Daredevil, and more precisely Punisher. Let's talk about the ideologies of both parties, and let's dissect that, shall we? Also, guys, I need to make this clear from the offset. If at any point in this video y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, at any point in this video, if y'all hear me tripping over my words, just like I just did, and again, if y'all hear me tripping over my words, if y'all hear me stuttering, I have a speech impediment. So that's why I trip over my words, and that's why I stutter all the time. Anyways, so yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to Punisher and Daredevil and their ideologies, because I love Daredevil. I've read multiple comic books, and I've watched both TV shows. Now let's get into the dichotomy of both. Well, Frank's really not a hero. Daredevil is. Punisher or Frank is a anti-hero. Now, Punisher kills bad people. He kills anyone, no questions asked. Like, the question that this conversation is trying to end, well, I don't think it's trying to answer, I just think it presents very good arguments. So what do we do here with bad people here that do bad things? Do we just put them down, or do they deserve a second chance? And this is why I like this conversation, because we see both arguments here. We see both their philosophies here. Frank, or Punisher, puts people down, no questions asked. If you've done something bad, and I mean really bad, then yeah, one badge, two badge, penny and dime, guys. And I've been a huge fan of comic books my entire life, and I've read a crap ton of comic books, and this is just all good fun, you know. It's all good fun. I love it. I truly do. Now the dichotomy here. So the argument starts like this. So I think Daredevil, or yeah. So Daredevil or Matt says crap, dang it. I hate how I'm thinking about stuff and it just goes that fast. Like, it goes so fast that I can't keep up. Okay, let me think about this now. Let me think about this and see if I can actually get my thoughts together here. Yeah, let me see if I can just get my thoughts together right quick. I'm not a bad guy, Red. I'm not a bad guy. He says, Punisher says. Yeah, so Punisher says, I'm not a bad guy. And then Daredevil says, you left men hanging from meat hooks. They got off easy, in my opinion. I mean, that's the dichotomy, though. That's the difference between the two. Punisher, Punisher, he believes there's no good in the filth he puts down, and Matt, he disagrees. Of course, Matt, he was raised a devout Catholic. Daredevil, he was raised a devout Catholic. He believes in God and all that. He's a Christian. Now, I could go way off topic and stray from the talk about superheroes and their philosophies and go into the actual, like, philosophical and theological arguments it presented. But I'm not the man for the job. I'm not the man for the job. I do not have the capability of doing that. Plus, with my speech impediment, it would be troublesome anyways. So, yeah. I mean, all that stuff. So, Matt says, or Daredevil says, "You left men hanging from meat hooks." And then Punisher immediately responds, "Hey, they got off easy, in my opinion." And then Matt or Daredevil says, "You shot up a hospital." And then Punisher immediately replies, "No one got hurt. He didn't. He deserved it." And then Daredevil replies, "Oh, really, Frank? What happens the day someone he decides you deserve it? Tell you what, he better not miss." Guys, if y'all haven't watched it, go watch Daredevil and go watch Punisher. Both series are on Disney Plus. Go watch it. It's going good. It's going good. It's going good. It's going good. But yeah, I'm just here just talking about comic books and superheroes and all that. So thanks, bud. Thanks. But yeah, I'm just here just talking about comic books and superheroes and all that. Although I will admit that, like, some of the stuff I talk about, like, isn't for, like, well, at least some of the stuff isn't for, like, kids and all that. I put my content as not for children. So, I mean, I don't get into anything, like, too bad. I'm just here to talk about stuff I like. Really, here with this channel, it was supposed to be was a launching pad for my stories, for my projects and all that. Who's my favorite superhero? Spidey, Peter Parker. I mean, like, Spidey is my favorite superhero of all time. And once again, guys, we've strayed off topic from Daredevil and Punisher, although I need to embrace that because these streams aren't really scripted anyways. So we can go anywhere with this, guys. We can go anywhere. So yeah, Spidey is my favorite hero, and yeah, I love Peter Parker. Like, I mean, Pete is, and you know the funny thing, guys. Do you know? God, I hate my speech impediment. Do you know the funny thing, guys, is that when Stan originally created Spidey, What's my favorite movie with him? Uh, y'all gonna hate me, but I don't care. Like, okay, so there have been three actors to bring Spidey to life: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. While yes, I do agree that Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, he's not my favorite. Andrew Garfield is my favorite. The Amazing Spider-Man film, the first one at least, is my favorite Spider-Man film. However, I will say this. The writing of those films is not very good. And the Tom Holland trilogy is a lot better. Especially with the multiverse and all that. But yeah. Andrew Garfield is a phenomenal Spider-Man. And he got the cockiness and the arrogance of Peter down. Of which... Oh yeah, the animated films are phenomenal as well. I love the Miles films and all that. Like, it's just super engaging. But yeah, like, I like Spidey. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility. And you wanna know his funny thing, guys? The funny thing is this. Is that so they were doing so well, right? Marvel, he was doing so well and so good to the point to where where the publisher at the time, Martin Goodman, he was like, you know what, Stan? Dream up another one. And he did. Stan, I believe he was watching a fly on the wall. And he thought, it'd be cool if I got a superhero like that could stick to walls. So he had to think of a name. And there are interviews here with him doing this, guys. If y'all haven't checked him out, go watch the interviews he's done telling the story of how he created Spider-Man. What? No, I'm not at a hospital. I'm in my room. But yeah, Spidey is my favorite hero. And okay, the story of how Stan actually created him is fairly interesting. Like I said, if you haven't watched the interviews, just go watch them, because they are interesting and engaging. So the publisher at the time, Martin Goodman, he was like, the publisher at the time, Martin Goodman, said, Stan, dream up another one. And he did. He thought of Spider-Man, and he went down he went down the list of names. Flyman, no, that's no good. Mosquito Man, that's no good. He went down the list. And he eventually got to Spider-Man. And he eventually got to Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Wait, I can't say it like him, dang it. Yeah, but he was like, Flyman, no. Mosquito Man, no. Spider-Man. That sounded dramatic. So he just went with it. And then he thought, I'll make him a teenager. And you know what? I'll give him personal problems. So, armed with all that knowledge, armed with all that good stuff, he walked straight into his publisher's office. He walked straight into Martin's office. And Martin shut him down, immediately laughing at him, saying, Stan, that is the worst idea I have ever heard. You can't. Okay, first of all, you can't name a superhero Spider-Man because people hate spiders. Secondly, you want to give him personal problems. Stan, don't you know what a superhero is? And thirdly, you want to make him a teenager. Stan, teenagers can only be sidekicks, not superheroes. So he left his office a bit disappointed and a bit dejected. And guys, if you want to go check out the interviews of which he's done multiple, Stan has done multiple interviews of him telling the story of how he created Spider-Man. And it's so good, guys. It is so good. The interviews are just amazing. Now, here's the funny thing, guys. Spider-Man debuted in Amazing Fantasy #1. It was a dying magazine at the time, and Stan, it was like, I'll just put him in here just to get it out of my system. Hey, when they published Spider-Man, and the numbers came in as the weeks went by, the numbers came in, and the publisher, Martin Goodman, raced into Stan's office and said, Stan, you remember that superhero we both love so much? Let's do a series on him. And Stan just smiled. It was so good. And it was so good. Like, I mean, that's just awesome, dude. We got one of the most popular superheroes of all time because of that. Also, like I said, guys, I've read a crap ton of comic books in my lifetime. And DC actually reached out to Stan Lee, and they wanted him to do a series called What If Stan Lee Wrote the DC Universe. And he did a couple heroes. He did Batman, he did Superman, and I think he did Flash. And those were good comics, but I enjoyed them, but they weren't really my cup of tea. Hey, but that's okay. But yeah, Marvel, DC, just a phenomenal stuff. Really good stuff here, guys. Really good stuff here. And I love the idea of comic books in general. Sequential art, pictures and words. I love that idea in general because I think, hang on, I know I've gotten this time and time again, but I think I know I've shown you all this time and time again, but I can't help myself. I think this as a product, never mind the actual series, even though it is good, Berserk is a very good series, and it's a very good story. It's very dark and very gritty, but it's a good story. Anyways, I think this as a product is a very good way to tell a story. I think this is a good way to tell a story, hey, with both pictures and words. Now, I cannot show y'all what's inside of here, hey, because I would get in trouble. But that's okay. That's alright. Don't fall. There we go. Anyways, so yeah, that's to me, comic books and manga are a good way to tell a story, of which I think it is the best way to tell a story, in my opinion, because I love comic books. I have a bunch of them. Like I said, right here. Here's the White Knight, my favorite Batman run of all time. And then, let me put that to the side right quick. Hopefully that doesn't... Yeah, 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 it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so let me just do it again. Okay, so let me show y'all another phenomenal Batman run right quick. Here it is. This is the Death in the Family run. This is Jason Todd's death. The second Robin's death. This is the Batman Death in the Family. A phenomenal comic book run. Super, super good. And just overall great. Crap, I can't reach the comic. Just give me a second, guys. I laid this on the floor and I can't get to it. Hang on. No. Oh crap. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a sec. Okay. Okay, we're good. Here, we're good for now. Here. Just let me pick this up right quick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now let me fix the camera. There we go. Okay. Okay, have a good night. Have a good night. Anyways, guys, so what I actually showed y'all was the Death in the Family run of a Batman, of the death of Jason Todd and all that. That's a phenomenal run. Of which I do like. Yeah, Batman he's one of my favorites. My top 3 favorite superheroes are Superman, well no, Spider-Man, Superman, and Flash. And I'm actually not sure. It's either Spider-Man, Superman, and Flash, or Spider-Man, Superman, and Daredevil. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. But I do find it fascinating. I truly do. I find it very, very interesting and all that. So yeah. Wait, what? Oh, right. Manga, anime, comics, and all that. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, I've got Sandman over there. Hey with no gaming. I have Mike Mignola's Hellboy over to my left, and all that. Of which, guys, I love these comic books, and I have an entire collection in my closet. Like I said, it's good. It's all well and good, you know. Like, I want to do this, guys. I truly want to do this. I want to write these stories. I want to write comic books. I want to create manga for myself. And like I said, guys, there are American there are American manga out there like with Saturday AM and what they're doing, like with Apple Black and all that. But like, I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. Like, I want to create these stories and write them and all that. Now, I cannot draw. I cannot draw. So I'd have to find somebody. I would have to find somebody to actually draw them for me. But yeah, I'd have to find someone to actually draw them for me. Of which, with some of the stories, I wouldn't have a problem with, but some stories I've put so much time and effort into that I really don't trust anyone here to actually handle them, although I'm gonna have to trust them because I physically cannot draw. I mean, I can't draw, so I'll have to find someone else to do it for me. Because like, guys, I've said this before. Excuse me. I've said this before. I will release 2 one-shots next year. I will release 2 comic books or 2 one-shot mangas next year. I will release the White Knight and Ogre's 8. 1 chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. Like I said, I pretty much have the writing for the White Knight done. I just need to actually find an artist to actually work with and to actually and just to actually like draw it for me and all that. Also, guys, I know y'all probably sick of me saying it, but just in case for any new viewers that have just joined the stream, hey, the reason I stutter and trip over my words constantly is because I have a speech impediment, so that's why that's there. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I want to do this and I want to do it right. Now, I'm not sure what that means, doing it right. I'm not sure there's any right way to write books or comic books. I mean, I'm just doing this because I actually love it. I'm not expecting to get any money from it. It's the same thing why I'm doing it's the same reason why I'm doing this. It's the same reason why I'm doing these like live streams and all that on YouTube and all that. And because I've had the channel for, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So on September 13th, I would have this channel for 6 years. Or 7. I don't know. 6 or 7 years I would have had this channel. And I really didn't know what to do with it at first. But the older I got, and the more I got into reading and writing, I kind of knew what to do with it. I wanted to use this as a launching pad for my stories, for my projects, for my comics and manga and all that. Now, eventually, I will have a Twitter and Instagram to where I can follow and learn more, and learn more about the stories and all that. But like the White Knight, I'm working on that currently, and that's going good. And yeah, I'm really liking how the story is unfolding at this point. Like, I think it's doing tremendously well. And I want to do more. I want to do more work on it. and just try to perfect it, you know, and and uh, and all that. So yeah, I I want to do this. I want to create stories. I want to write comic books because I don't see myself doing anything else, guys. I do not see myself doing anything else. I just want to see where this goes and see where this takes me. Like with the White Knight, of which that'll be released in May of next year. I'm working on it and trying to get that done. Like I said, I pretty much have all the writing for the White Knight done. Now I just need an artist so that we can get some concept art of the characters going and all that. So let me give y'all a brief synopsis of what the White Knight is actually about. So the White Knight is this like vigilante type character. Picture like Bat, picture like Batman and Gotham and all that. It's my attempt at the stereotypical superhero story, of which it will not be good, mind you. I'm not saying this story is going to be garbage. I'm going to put my best into it. But but your first story, but your first story, your first published work, is not always the best. Let's be honest. So years and years, as I keep on doing this, as I keep on writing, as I keep on improving, I will look back at that story and think, wow, how far have I come? How far I've come. That was a good story, but now I'm a lot better off. Like, okay, The White Knight is basically about this young high schooler who lives in a crime ridden world, and the crime rate is through the roof. And he takes it upon himself to basically work out, get in shape, and then make a costume and go out at night and live a double life as a normal high schooler and as a superhero. He, you know, so that's good. Of which, yeah, I've got a lot of twists and turns planned for that. So yeah, I mean, The White Knight is a good story. I've got, like I said, a lot of stuff planned. So a brief synopsis of the story. I can't really. Hang on, can I actually think of a synopsis to tell y'all? So basically, I will tell y'all this. The reason our main character Kyle Hayes. So Kyle is a young boy in high school, and he becomes the White Knight because of his sister's death. He becomes this vigilante. He becomes this superhero because of his sister's death. Because of Maya's death. Now, so basically the synopsis is this: Kyle is a young boy, is a young high schooler living a normal life. All of that changes one night when a few muggers, a few thugs, take it upon themselves to accidentally kill his sister, and because she was out one night shopping, and when she took a shortcut home into a dark alley, and these thugs and these thugs robbed her and killed her, and ever since that night, he's never been the same. He dons the white knight a persona to basically clean up their streets and to basically protect their city, doing it in the name of his sister, doing it to avenge her life, to avenge her, doing it in her memory and all that. So yeah, that's basically a minor plot synopsis of the White Knight, of which will be coming next year, like I said. And then Ogre's 8, it will also be coming next year. That's the second story I'll be releasing next year. Basically, the plot synopsis of that is a a young a young man, Damien, who who okay, this is I don't want to say it's a post-apocalyptic. It's not a post. Well, I don't want to say it's a post-apocalyptic world, but it might as well be. But yeah, the plot synopsis of Ogre's 8 is basically this: a young man, Damien, is on a journey to kill. Okay, so basically, the plot synopsis to Ogre's 8 is this: a, a young man, Damien, is on a journey to kill the final 8 ogres and to rescue his wife from a horrible fate, from death, basically. And that's basically the plot synopsis of Ogre's 8. Now, here with that story, it'll also be one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. And I've started working on the writing for that one as well. Although I had to get the writing for the White Knight done first. Also, guys, I know we've strayed way off topic from Daredevil and Punisher and the ideology and the philosophy of those two characters. I know we've strayed we've strayed way off course, but that's fine because these are usually chaotic. These are usually like crap. I'm getting tired. These are usually chaotic, and these are usually like just off the wall, if you know what I mean. Like, these are not scripted. These are just my thoughts and all that. This is just me talking to a camera after all. Anyways, guys, that is the plans for next year to get the White Knight done and Ogre's 8 done. So, yeah, and then, yeah, it's just going to be a fun story. You know, it's going to be interesting, for sure, to get all that done and publish it and all that. Now, I'm not sure if I could. Now, I'll most likely self-publish these stories because I really don't feel like going to a publisher and selling the rights into my stories and all that. I know there's two stories I would definitely have to self-publish. That being the Dragon King and I know there are two stories I'll have to self-publish. Those two stories being the Dragon King and Gunblade, of which I'll tell y'all more about those two stories at a later date. So yeah. So that's the general plan, right? that's the general plan if for next year. Just get the White Knight done and Ogre's 8 done, and try to get a artist and a editor hit for both of those, because like I don't know, it's just gonna be difficult, it seems. Like, this industry is brutal, and I understand that. I understand the comic industry is not like the best industry to go into, but I am a creative mind. I love telling stories and I want to do this. So I feel I must. I feel I was put on this planet to tell stories. Now, that's not me saying I'm the best. No, I'm the worst at it currently because I haven't even done it. I mean, I've written a few throwaway stories and I haven't published any of them. But I'll tell y'all this. Where did this all begin? Where did my writing and reading obsession begin? Well, my writing obsession began with the original Teen Titans. I mean, I loved that show so much. I loved the 2003 Teen Titans, and yeah, it was good. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. And I hated the way the show ended. So I wrote a fan fiction, season 6, 7, and 8. And no, y'all cannot see it because it's bad. And I am ashamed of it. I am ashamed of that series, of that fan fiction I did. It's not good. It's not good at all. That fan fiction is horrible. The Teen Titans fan fiction I wrote, it was just horrible. No, it's garbage. But yeah, that's where the obsession with writing came from. Now, my love of reading is a different story. I just love books. I love The Hunger Games. I love The Hobbit. I love the Eccomedia, or Dante's Inferno, or not Dante. Well, yes, Dante's Inferno because that's a part of the Commedia. But mainly, I love the entire trilogy of the Divine Comedy, of which that's good. You know, that's very, very good. But yeah, I mean, I want to do this. I want to write comic books, and well, not comic books, but manga. But manga is just Japanese comic books. But yeah, so that's the general plan for next year. Just getting the White Knight done, and getting Ogre's, and just getting Ogre's 8 done. Those two stories, those those will be coming next year. So keep an eye out for that. Also, guys, when I eventually do make the second channel, the William Allegary channel, that channel, it'll strictly be for my writing, my projects, and my storytelling and all that. That channel, it'll basically be just me promoting my work and all that. Just me talking about my stories and the progression of them and all that, and trying to get them out. But yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable, you know. It's enjoyable. But yeah, I find this all very, very intriguing, you know. Like, I never thought I would be doing this, of all things, like writing and all that. I mean, really, I don't know what my life here was going to turn out to be like, but I'm glad it's turned out the way it did. But yeah, yeah, guys, it's just been fun doing these streams and talking with y'all and all that, guys. Also, guys, I want to say this right quick. So I had a plan for this year that really didn't work out. It didn't work out as expected because I had a plan, right? Because I have this main series that I've been working on for a while now. The main story I am writing is Gunblade, of which I mentioned that a few moments ago, I believe. The main story I'm working on, or that I have been working on, is the samurai and the gunslinger. Now, I had a plan, right? January through June, it was supposed to be writing. Use the first 6 months of the year to get the writing done, and then July through December, it was supposed to be artwork. That did not happen for reasons that I will not get into now. But let's just say it didn't happen because personal reasons. But that's okay. Because now I've actually went back and wrote a little bit of it, and now the samurai gunslinger is getting back on track. I'm getting back on track here with that story and all that. I mean, like, okay, the main plot synopsis of the samurai gunslinger is this. So, a samurai and gunslinger fight demons, except the demons run the criminal underworld. You see, now I will admit that is not a very good plot synopsis, but that's like the tagline, right? That's like the back of the book. So yeah, the samurai gunslinger is basically this. The story is basically this. What if demons came into this world, came into Earth, and actually possessed humans and ran the criminal underworld? I think that's a very, very fascinating story, I'd say that's a very, very interesting. And then a samurai and a gunslinger fighting demons, except the demons run the criminal underworld. I like that. I took that and I ran with it. And yeah, it developed into something so good that I think it'll be the best work I ever do. I think the samurai and gunslinger, it'll be the best work I ever do. But yeah, Gunblade is a very good series. It'll be 14 books, right? It'll be 14 books. That's how long I'm planning on it anyways. 14 volumes. Now, the first book, the thing that's going to start all this off, it'll be dropping in fall of 2026. At least that's what I'm planning on. I am planning on it dropping either September, October, or November of 2026. So, the first 9 chapters, the first book of Gunblade, the first book of the Samurai and the Gunslinger. Now, I have a lot of plans here, guys. I have a lot of plans for this story. Like, okay, the first book, the first 9 chapters, they meet, right? The Samurai and Gunslinger meet. Now, I'll give you their names. David Black and Maria Jadis. Now, these two characters. Now, he's the samurai, she's the gunslinger. Now, this story is gonna be good. It's gonna be, although it'll be dark, it'll be gritty, it'll be violent. But I have my reasons. Because, and there's a message here, guys. There's a message I want to convey here with this story. I want to convey that no matter the message here with this story is basically this. It doesn't matter how dark it gets, basically the message is this. It is always light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, hope only dies when one admits defeat. The darkness only wins when one quits, when one yields, when one gives up. That's the message of the story. And a lot of bad stuff does happen in this series. But like I said, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Now, the first book, Volume 1 of Gunblade, the first 9 chapters have them deal with two demons. These demons are serial killers. And these two demons keep getting away with it. I basically took this idea from a 1998 film called Fallen. It's the inspiration behind the first book. So in Fallen, starring my second favorite actor of all time, Denzel Washington, who plays Detective John Hobbs, he has to catch a demon, a serial killer, Edgar Reese, who's possessed by a demon, and the demon can steal your body just by touch. Now, that's a fascinating premise by itself, but how does how does Hobbs catch him? How does our main hero catch the bad guy? How does our main hero catch the bad guy? Well, there's a tune that the demon is always singing and always humming, and that tune is "Time Is on My Side" by the Rolling Stones. Now, I took that idea and I ran with it. I borrowed it. So in the first book of Gunblade, in the first volume, in the first 9 chapters, that's what they have to deal with. They have to deal with two demons, a pair of brothers that have the same exact ability to steal your body just by touch. Now, in this world, there's two ways of possession in this world I have created. One, you can possess a human normally, and they fight for it, and they fight for control. Or two, they possess dead bodies and use them as husk. Of which I like that idea too. So that's basically the meat of this story. So they So they hunt down these demons, these two demons, and when they finally catch the first one, and when they finally catch the first one and think it's all said and done, they hear the tune again, and the chase is on. So that's rather engaging. That's rather awesome. So yeah, guys. I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away too much of the samurai and gunslinger. I don't want to give away too much about that story because I think it's fascinating. I think it's good. Hey to give y'all breadcrumbs, and then y'all follow, and yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much because I want y'all to read the story yourselves and discover it that way. But yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun. And like I said, before this Samurai and Gunslinger even comes out, which will be fall of 2026, yeah, just be on the lookout for the White Knight and Ogre's 8 coming next year, of which that'll be all well and good, that'll be all good. I cannot wait if you got to read these stories and actually experience them if yourselves. Also, guys, I'm sorry that I've wasted your time. I'm sorry that y'all had to listen to me ramble, but I wanted to get one done today because not only is this a way for me to connect here with y'all, but it's also a way for me to get better at speaking in general. Because with the speech impediment, it is very difficult to actually do this, and I want to see if I can actually keep this up, if I can actually keep this going, and see if I can make something out of this, Because honestly, I never thought I could. I just thought, oh, I'll just upload videos here and there. If someone likes them, fine. But yeah, and originally this was supposed to be a channel for the launch. And originally this channel, it was supposed to be with the William Alligiri channel will be, of which that'll be my second channel, the William Alligiri channel. That'll be my second channel where I launch all my stuff. Where I launch all the stories and all that. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. But yeah, I'll launch the second channel probably in the coming months. I just got a lot of stuff. To do and all that. So yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff planned for next year. Just be on the lookout for Ogre's 8 and the White Knight, but in the reverse order, because the White Knight is actually going to come out first, and Ogre's 8 is going to be coming out second. I'll tell y'all the dates right quick. I'll tell y'all the dates that I'm planning on releasing the White Knight and Ogre's 8. The White Knight I'm planning on dropping that May 18th of next year, and I'm planning on dropping Ogre's 8 probably sometime in October of next year. So just be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this stream. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know it was rather pointless here with me rambling on and all that, and it is super late, and I'm getting really tired. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And yeah, guys, just make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all. Hey, when you hit that post. God. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications. And yeah, guys, I love you guys and thank you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I thank you guys and I thank you guys and I love you guys. Peace out. I love you guys.